Hello, and welcome to Financial Freedom for the Average Person. Today we're going to go over exercise 4, and we'll also probably get into exercise 5. Anyway, now we're getting into the long-term financial planning of things. And the first thing we're going to do is talk about something that I did many, many years ago. And that was create a plan. And like I mentioned before, I did this when I was in grad school. So we're talking about mid 80s, late 80s. I always tried to get rich quick schemes, things like that. I wasn't getting anywhere. I was in debt. And I needed to do something different. So I took a class in economic decision analysis, a graduate class, and one of that was a project. So my project and what I worked out was how I could come up with $1 million over 30 years by getting 12% interest, like I talked before. So now in the book, I actually have the full spreadsheet listed out, but the main thing is using a spreadsheet. Now, I'm using Excel now, but if you don't have Excel, don't buy it. That's going to be one of the things that I'm going to talk about a lot. Make good financial decisions. Instead of buying it, you can use it free on the web, or you can use Google on the web, or if you want something downloaded on your computer, Free Office, TextMaker, Open Office are all there and available and with no charge. First thing you need to do is determine what you want. Now, if you just want to copy me, $1 million in 30 years, it's pretty simple. If you want to go a half million, cut all the numbers in half. If you want to go to 2 million, double them. 3 million times 3. It's just that. It's all linear. So it's very simple and easy to use. And if you get that into an Excel, or put it onto a spreadsheet, the calculations and just become very, very easy. And that gives you your target. Now, the other thing, I don't know where you're at. If you're like most people, you don't have much of anything at this point in your life. Sometimes I'm talking to 17-year-olds, and sometimes I'm talking to 70-year-olds. It's all relative. But if you do have some, if you have a IRA, 401k, and say you have 50,000, you may take a look, and geez, you're at year 8 already. If you can execute the plan from year 8 to the year 30, it's only 20 years away. So, again, it's always adaptable, always you're looking, and it's just something to get you started. So here's a look at the spreadsheet. And if you look across the top, you'll see, it's got the year you're at, your age, the amount, the 4,000 a year. It's $333.33 a month, and then what you'd have at the end of the year. And I've started the compound interest starting for year 2, so you'll see that. And I left spaces on here to actually put what you really have in the delta. So my strategy always was, if I got ahead, I wasn't doing anything. If I got behind, I was going to do my best to make up that difference. So that was one of those things. If I can get the 12%, everything is great. If I only get 8% or I get nothing or even lose money for a year, I either have to set the thing back a year or I need to come up with ways to make up the difference. I always targeted making up the difference, and I also looked at putting more money into things. So that worked real well for me. So takeaways. After I update this plan, I put it all together. I print a copy out. I make a note to revisit this at least quarterly, but if you look back, I actually have my original plan that I did in the 80s. I've got writing all over it, and by the way, it didn't take me 30 years. So, but again, it was just something running in the background, and this isn't something that you're looking at every day. Okay, you got to look at it some. I tended to look at it quarterly. That's usually when I would have my investments and stuff being done. And then I eventually got to the point where I was doing it monthly. And it actually became something I look forward to do. Even today, I do a lot of financial planning and everything on a monthly basis. But now, when you're starting this out, okay, so all right, so now you've got some money. So what are you gonna do with it? All right, I'm gonna get more into this later, but here's a just kind of a sneak peek of the future. What we're gonna be looking at doing is you're gonna take that money, and I don't care if it's $10 or 10,000. You're gonna look at it. This is gonna be toward your financial, financial future, and you're going to put this into a brokerage account. And it's going to be a brokerage account that doesn't charge you fees. It's going to be one when your money is sitting, it's getting interest, good interest, a lot better than it's sitting in a bank. And then also you'll be able to move that into different products to make more money. Early on, I'm going to recommend index funds, low cost, simple. All they do is track the indices, so the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, or even the Dow if you wanted, or whatever you want to get into. Um, they tend to be very, very low cost associated with them. They're easy to get, and they're liquid, so you can buy and sell them any day that you want. Okay. So, and now when you look at your plan, also think about IRAs and 401ks, because this is all tying into your overall future. And the next thing we're going to get in and talk a little bit about retirement and your future there.